Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mr. Sanchez. Today we're doing another video. We're going to be doing graphing linear inequalities. This is a technically review from Algebra 1, but it is one of the harder parts of Algebra 1. So if you struggle with it, you're going to want to definitely pay attention today. Our learning target is just the one, graph linear inequalities. Just a quick note, we're going to be talking about dotted lines and solid lines today. So if you see the strictly greater than or less than symbols, then our lines, our linear inequalities are going to have dotted lines. If you see the or equal to symbol, you're going to have solid lines. That's with the little line on the bottom. Okay. And then we'll just go straight into an example. Okay. All right. So we have the first example. We have this line right here. One thing you're going to notice is all our lines are written in the same way you would write a slope intercept form, right? So slope intercept form would normally look like this. All right. So the first step would be try and draw the graph try and draw this inequality as if it was in slope intercept form, right? So right here, our y-intercept would be -1, right? That's the y-intercept. So you'll plot that point right here, -1. And then our slope is 2. This is our slope, right? That's 2/1. So we're rise over run. So we're going to go up 2/1, up 2/1, and then down 2/1. So that's 1. All right. And now if we look at this symbol, this is where we got to pay attention. If we look at this symbol right here, you see how it says greater than, it's strictly greater than and not what do you call it? It's strictly greater than and not equal to, or equal to. There is no or equal to part. So instead of drawing a line like this, right? Instead of drawing our line like this, we're actually going to draw our line like this. We're going to connect it with a dotted line. Okay, and then we're going to draw our arrow here. So what we're saying is we want our y values greater than 2x minus 1. All right. Whenever it eats our what do you call it? Our variables, right? Whenever it eats a slope, it eats whatever the inequality eats the y, then you have to shade on the region. The region we're gonna shade is the part bigger than our line. So this whole area needs to be shaded. And on your on your notebook, you're just gonna grab your pencil and you're gonna shade in this area. So make sure you kind of draw the x and y axis a little bit darker. But this is what our graph should look like, okay? And that's how we do it the first time. All right, okay. And now we're gonna try the same problem, only what happens when you have a negative slope. So right here, I forgot my little negative sign, but y, once again, we're gonna pretend like we're drawing this graph. Y equals -1/2 x plus 2. We're gonna pretend we're graphing this, okay? And the reason we're going to pretend that we're graphing this is because let me see. That's just the way we do it. So we're gonna start at our y-intercept, right? This is our y-intercept 2. And our slope is -1/2. So that means our rise and our run, right? We're gonna go down 1/2. So down 1/2, down 1/2, down 1/2, up 1/2 to the left, right? Because it's the or equal to sign, then this time our line is going to be solid, okay? Because of the or equal to sign, we're going to have a solid line. But now you're gonna notice that now this is the next part. Because our slope is negative here, because our slope is negative, our graph goes down, right? But you're gonna notice that we're still eating the y part. So we want the parts that are above our line. And so what's the above part on this example? You notice how it was right here, right? But our slope is positive. When our slope is negative and we're going above the line and we're eating the y, we're gonna shade the top right corner, the other side of it. Okay. And once again, you're gonna try and shade this part with your pencil as best you can. A tip that I do is usually I tilt my pencil, like instead of drawing like you normally write, you would tilt it and use the side of your pencil so that you get a nice little like a light shade. But I'll teach you guys that in class tomorrow on Monday. All right, and that's how you graph this line. Remember, it's solid. It's a solid line because of the or equal to part, this part right here. All right. Now let's go ahead and draw another one. All right, now we're gonna look at what happens when we have or less than, when it's eating the expression rather than the y variable, right? So once again, we're gonna graph it as if we have y equals x minus 1. Okay, so we're gonna have a y-intercept at -1. And we're gonna go up 1 over 1, 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 just like that, down 1 over 1. All right, and let's make this one out. And because it's, once again, it doesn't have the line underneath, we're gonna have this dot. All right. All right. Now, because look at this graph. So right here, this is greater than. If we look at this side right here, this part greater than, right? So it's on the left, right? Now when we're gonna look at less than, because we're doing less than, right here, let's see, because we're doing less than right here, this part, because it's eating the expression part, we're actually gonna want the y values that are underneath our line, and we're gonna make sure to shade that part in. Okay. If you go ahead and do it on your notebook. And that's the part we want. And that's how you graph this part. Yay. Once again, I forgot my negative sign on the next example, right? All right, let's go over here. All right, so we have y equals negative. We're going to pretend to draw this graph. Y equals -2 over 3x plus 2. So remember, this is going to be our y-intercept. So we're going to go up here. And then it's -2 over 3. So we're going to go down 2 over 3. So 1, 2 over 3 right here. 1, 2 over 3. 1, 2. We're going to go up to the left 3. Up to the left 3. Right. And it's or, and then this is or equal to. Oops. This is one more. So we're going to have a solid line. Remember, sorry. These examples happen to have that it's eating the negative, but it can very easily be strictly greater than that, and you can have dotted lines when you have negative slope. This is just the example that I have. And you can have solid lines when you have positive slope. So yeah. Next thing you're gonna notice, it's still eating the it's still eating the expression part and not the y. So we want to be underneath our graph. So the underneath part is going to be this section. And I know this is the tricky part. So if you have any questions doing this part, we're gonna actually go over this part in class, using an activity that's gonna definitely help you see why it is it goes this way. But hopefully it'll make sense. Okay. In class. Okay. But yeah, that's basically it. This is the lesson, all right? These are your 4 graphs. And remember, if it has a or equal to, solid line. If it has a just strictly greater than or less than, then you're gonna have a dotted line. All right. Other than that, guys, this is the lesson. We'll practice some more in class. Have a great day. Bye-bye.